Assalamualaikum to our lecturer, Dr. Asida Hanani binti Abdul Rahman. My name is Nurul Ain Akila binti Azam Nizam. For this group assignment, me and my friend are going to discuss about sexual harassment in the workplace. For introduction part, sexual harassment is defined as an unwanted sexual approach, an unwanted request for sexual favors, or any unwanted sexual behavior that offends or intimidates a person in a situation where a reasonable people will expect that response. Next, there are several types of sexual harassment in workplace. Sexual harassment in workplace happens not just in Malaysia but all over the country. Sending sexual image, unwanted touching, and unpleasant comments are all forms of sexual harassment that can create an uncomfortable work atmosphere. Other examples of sexual harassment that have results in claim of a discrimination suit include requesting sexual favors, expressing a desire for sexual contacts or conduct, using sexually explicit language, and many more.
My name is Lavanya and my matrix number is 822A0695 and I'm going to talk about the causes of the issue, which is sexual harassment in the workplace. The first cause is a lack of culture morality. Speaking of culture morality, we are living in a patriarchy society where the society thinks a male or a father, only the father is a leader of a family. When the same thing applies at the workplace, the men started to take the power over the women's, which caused the sexual harassment at the workplace. The second factor is the typical mentality. Actually, our society thinking that sexual harassment is only about the women, but to be honest, it affects the both side, which is the men and the women. When the women perceive sexuality as their sole source of support and power, it leads to sexual harassment towards the men at the workplace. The next factor is alcohol consumption. This incident will happen when the harasser, victim, or both of them drinking alcohol at the office parties or any occasional events. When a person consumes alcohol, they lose their control and they involve themselves in negative crimes such as sexual harassment at the workplace among the employees. The next cause of the issue, which is the sexual harassment, is the motivation of a harasser. An analysis stated that physical appearance of a person triggers even more sexual tension towards a person. A physical attractive woman will be more likely to encounter sexual harassment compared to a lower attractive woman, and also some male employees may be tempted on form to form a social or sexual connection with the female co-worker. The last cause of the issue is the power inequalities. This thing will happen often among the immigrant workers, where the harasser will be more valued employee than the immigrant worker or the victim. And also when the victim has a lack of awareness on how to obtain the legal aid to avoid the sexual harassment, this thing will obviously continues in the future.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Aisyah binti Abdullah. Today I'd like to share with you the effect of the sexual harassment. First of all, the victims of the sexual harassment will face immediate job risk, such as ostracism and termination. According to 2019 Australian investigation into sexual harassment, 70% of victims resigned and 8% were fired, compared to 11% and 5% respectively, or perpetrators. So in the other words, those who were harassed, they likely to leave than those who perpetrated the harassment. Victims of harassment may be forced to resign to avoid the harass, or to leave an organization does not protect their well-being. The secondly is the victim also cannot think clearly. What will happen if the victims of sexual harassment don't take an action? This is certain company as a whole will take advantages of firing their employees when the victims of sexual harassment open the issue. Company doesn't want to take the responsibility and to take the risk that can be affect their company image. Third, the financial issues. Sexual harassment has the potential to harm victims' work performance and their career path because of the fear and lack of the confidence. Some employees withdraw from their jobs and distance themselves from their co-workers. Sexual harassment victims may face long employment consequences, and such as a lost job of recommendation, job termination, and loss of industry credibility. Fourth, sexual harassment can attack on someone's physical and mental health inextricable link. Physical health issues include loss of appetite and migraine, weight changes, mood depression, and sleep difficulties. Sleep depression causes a number of serious health problems, including hormone instability and increased risk of high blood pressure.
For this part, I'm going to talk about the potential solution for the issue includes. There are three potential solutions, which are conduct an inquiry into the complaint of sexual harassment. Second one, inform the complainant why the employer refuses to conduct an inquiry into the complaint of sexual harassment. And lastly, submit an inquiry.
Last but not least, the conclusion of this issue is all nations must take proactive measures to increase public understanding of the seriousness of sexual harassment. Employees need to be more proactive in managing sexual harassment accusations and raising awareness of this issue. Employers should take action to learn what constitutes sexual harassment in the workplace globally and create internal policies and practices to help with the prevention of encounters of this sort. In order to ensure positive working interaction, business must implement tight rules and regulations. That's all from us. Thank you.